Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Em. You may know me as Pics by Pure. I'm a photographer and a film girl, and today we must talk about The Idol. I know that's controversial to say, but we're not talking about The Idol, the show. We're talking about The Idol, the soundtrack, because what is film without music?
Right.
At all. You know what I'm saying? So we have to talk about the soundtrack today. The Idol is a collaboration between Mike Dean and The Weeknd, and they came together to make this universe of The Idol. So it is supposed to be Hollywood adjacent to this universe, but also is like in the Euphoria universe. Oddly, I don't know, Maddie pops up in the show. I don't know how that's connected, but sure. On this album, in collaboration with Mike Dean and The Weeknd, we have Ramsey, Moses Sumney, Susanna Sun, Troye Sivan, Lily Rose Depp, Jenny. Who am I missing? So Mike Dean was actually influenced by Black Sabbath, Tangerine Dream, and The Night of the Living Dead, all to create this soundtrack and create this vibe in this other world that is adjacent to our world, a different Hollywood, if you will. He used a variety of synths and layered them and used a 24-piece string section to create that theme that we so associate with the show. Episode 1. So in episode 1, we begin with the lore. This theme sets like the whole world for the whole series. Like the whole series is painted with this motif over and over and over again. That's so grand and beautiful and broad, but rich, super somber, but super hopeful, like what it's like to be Joss in the show. There's ups and downs with being a pop star and not having, the people closest to you really tell you what's going on all the time. Because as we see in the beginning of the show, she is like really rattled and frazzled because some stuff is going on, but her team is not telling her. It's a lot going on around her. That leads us into World Class Sinner, which is like the bop of the show. This is Joss's intro, like for real. She's performing World Class Sinner, or she's in practice in the show and showing us that she's a pop star for real. As the show goes on and they're headed to the club, we hear Devil's Paradise for the first time. That is also another main theme that is played throughout the show, and it's like a heavy sax and heavy synth piece. Episode 2. So in episode 2, plot thickens, yada yada. We're not really here to talk about the plot. We're talking about the music. So in this episode, we have Double Fantasy. And Double Fantasy is to show us, the change with Joss being more comfortable with The Weeknd's character, Tedros, in the show and his family that he brings around. Which leads us to the song Family, which is... it just plays throughout and throughout and throughout, and they just sing it over and over and over again at the end of the episode. And it's super, super, super sad. Like, this song is super sad, but it's like finding family where, finding your family outside of your family, like your blood relatives, your blood people. You find family in the lowest places sometimes. And that's what that song kind of symbolizes, or does symbolize in that way. We don't like each other very much. So out of episode 2, so far, episode 2 has my, I wouldn't say least favorite songs, but they're not my favorite personally. Huh? Yeah, I would say least favorite songs, actually. The songs are great, right? Like, they paint, like, the songs are great. They give context to what is going on. However, they're just not my favorite songs. Episode 3. So, episode 3, we begin with A Lesser Man, one of my other least favorite songs, and it's introing like Tedros really sneaking in with Joss, and like their relationship is starting to heat up for real. This is one of my least favorite, but the song is super like ballad, The Weeknd vibes, nothing crazy, for real. Then we go to Get It Before, which is Moses Sumney, and that is my song right there. A little R&B vibe to match all of the Hollywood pop vibe. We needed that R&B in there, okay? And he ate the vocals up and down, all around the track and back. Don't get it before you don't get it before, don't get it before you don't. Then we have The Weeknd's Take Me Back, which is another ballad. This man is just singing on this thing. I don't even know. He's really like pleading his heart out, which is the character in itself. Like, he's very pathetic. He's very like a con man. He's very much like doesn't even know himself that well, but Take Me Back is just like a song of pleading, and but he's pouring his heart out, and I really think it's a beautiful piece. I'm not gonna lie. I like this one better out of all of the other ballads that he sings. Take me back, take me back, take me back. Episode 4. Episode 4 is freaking crazy, but I think it's probably my favorite episode out of the season. I know we're not talking about the show, but I am talking about the show a little bit. So we begin with Jealous Guy, which is another one of my favorites. Another The Weeknd ballad, spilling out the jealous guy. He's the jealous guy, and this really this shows his character arc towards the end of the episode, because, I mean, he crashed out. He crashed out real bad. I didn't mean to hurt you. I'm just a jealous guy. Then we have Fill the Void, which is super Ramsey. That song is super Ramsey. Lily is just doing the little top notes, whatever. But that song is super sexy, super dark, and that's super Ramsey, okay? Ramsey is written all over that song. I'm so glad that she's a major contribution to this project, honestly. Then we have Crocodile Tears, which is another ballad. There's ballads all over this thing. And those are all the songs for the 4th episode, which is kind of crazy because I felt like there were more songs, but I think they were kind of working on the songs to pitch in the 5th episode, which brings us to episode 5. So episode 5 is the most involved. We're wrapping up the show, and all the songs are coming to a head in this performance that Joss puts on for her, record exec and label execs. So we have another performance of Get It Before. We have another performance by Ramsey. I can't remember the song or the song name. We have My Sweet Lord by Troye Sivan's crazy character, but his vocals are really beautiful and sweet. Then we have Dollhouse, because Joss had to set the scene and show that this is all she worked for throughout the season. She got her inspiration, and now here's the music, and now she's ready for her tour. She was showing that she was broken before, but now she has come back. And then we have Like a God / False Idols. Like a God / False Idols is the best transition throughout the soundtrack. I really like those songs together. They're really great, and they go from The Weeknd's pop bop to a trap bop immediately. We will pay for you, give our lives to you. Oh. My personal favorite episode, song-wise, is episode 5, because we get all of the performances from everyone, and all the songs and all the great songs come to, like I said, it comes to a culmination. We're doing the main performance, and we're about to go on tour with Joss, and the story's coming to a head, or actually, the story's coming to a close, rather, I would say. And now we see that Joss is on top and Tedros is on the bottom, which I love. Painted throughout the soundtrack also are 80s influences. We have some Justice in the soundtrack. We have Donna Summer. We have Prince. We have Madonna. All throughout the soundtrack is great. I love that we paint this glitz and glamour life that is so complex and multifaceted. We have the somberness, we have the joy, we have the jealousy, we have the rage. All the feelings are felt throughout, and then we have these motifs, these beautiful, beautiful motifs that remind us that we're in a show. My top 5 favorite songs are Dollhouse, Like a God, Get It Before, Popular, which isn't featured in the show but is a major part of the soundtrack. It literally blew up that summer when this came out, and the Lure main theme. As we all know, this show was not renewed for another season, and I understand why. I think Mike Dean and The Weeknd did a great job creating a soundtrack for a visual. However, the visual is supposed to have a story as well. That's the whole point of making anything film related or anything. A narrative needs to be attached, and the narrative was all over the place for a lot of people watching it. I personally can enjoy the show for the aesthetics and for the soundtrack alone. I mean, it is quite cringy at times, but I think I would have enjoyed to see what they would have done in the second season as far as music goes. What other artists could they bring in? How would they continue on the story with the artists that they brought in the first season? And it's just gonna stand alone as the masterpiece that it is in the single season that we got, honestly, which is fine. It'll last and stand the test of time. And I can listen to the soundtrack on streaming, which is absolutely amazing and gorgeous. This isn't the only film or show that I enjoy the soundtrack for. If you want to see me review another soundtrack, please feel free to comment down below, and make sure you like and subscribe and share this with your friends. Once again, my name is Em, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.